to all those people that don't believe in results, or they're always making excuses. I got my brother here, Matt. Yeah, he's wearing Figure Nutrition. This guy was about 215 last year when he competed at the Nationals. We worked the whole year. We went up to about 280. A massive guy. Then we're getting ready for the Nationals now. We're about 5 weeks, and we're already about 250. Let's put it down. Let's run that off around 250. But that's not really the point of this for all you people who work with me, all you people that complain all the time, all you people that say that results are not coming to you, and always complaining about the problem is something else and not you. Matt, very briefly, what does it take, honestly, to look like you and to make the changes that you have made?
Just consistency. There's really no secret to it. You just got to do your routine. You got to follow it specifically to whatever that plan is for you. And then every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it may be, you analyze it. So you stay consistent, you analyze your results, and then you determine what changes, if any. I think the problem people have is that after 2 weeks, they don't see the results necessarily, so they think they have to make drastic changes. And that's not the case. I think everything is based on a variable, and sometimes you do got to alter some of those variables. You change your protein, change your carbs, maybe you change the types of carbs or proteins. But I don't think wholesale changes is the way to go. So being consistent, knowing you're doing exactly as what the plan is laid out, because if you start doing other things and then you start complaining that the results aren't there, then how do you know what's working and what isn't? So at the end of the day, just be consistent, have somebody there that's going to give you the truth about your results and your progress, and trust the process, and that's it.
Mari, I've been doing this for 40 years and helping people with nutrition for the past 22 years. And I'm so happy to work with you because you're one of those persons that are so focused. You complain, but to the pillow or maybe to your wife. You never complain to me. But I've seen a lot of people, and this is good that you bring it up to them because you are a good example of this. I'm eating too much. I'm eating too little. I'm not eating enough. That continuously playing it. So if you give them food is too much, if you take food is too much, tell them.
Yeah. Listen, I think at the end of the day, I always tell you that. I remember telling you, I'll give you an example, chicken, silly thing, right? Me and chicken don't get along too well, okay? But chicken is definitely something that, for obvious nutritional reasons, is beneficial. I'm not allergic to it. I don't have any type of issues there. The taste of chicken is just not my favorite. So what do? We talk about it. Hey, I can have chicken, I can mix it in with some cod, I can mix it in with other things that are very similar in nutritional values. But I do it, and I think at the end of the day, everyone's looking for like the perfect meal or the perfect ingredient. There is no such thing. When it really comes down to it, comes down to the basics. So your progress isn't necessarily based on a particular item that you're eating. It's based on you. Like, are you consistently eating every 3 hours? What kind of training are you doing that's comparable to the diet in which you're on? We're now in the process of 5 weeks before a contest. I'm not lifting crazy heavy weight. I'm lifting heavy weight and comparable to the amount of volume that I'm doing, because as you mentioned earlier during our training, it's now about shaping, it's about polishing, it's not about destroying. And so at the end of the day, we're at a stage now where my diet has changed, my carbohydrates are significantly less, my energy levels are being impacted, but when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, it's all up here. Mentally, when you choose to do something, when you choose to make a change, whether it's contest prep, whether it's trying to drop 70 pounds, when you make that decision, you know that it's not going to be easy. And you know that your body's probably going to be asking for things that it's used to. You got to use your mind in order to overcome that, and you got to give it a chance. And I think if you do that, and then you have an open dialogue with your coach, then you guys will have a good relationship. But if you can't have an open dialogue, or after a week or two, you're ready to scratch everything, then maybe this is not ready for you. Maybe this is not the right timing.
I love those words of wisdom, Matt. Another thing is, as you mentioned, chance on timing. you know, when we started this a long time ago, we put a time to it, and we knew that you weren't going to be ready in 10 weeks, you weren't going to be ready in 12 weeks. We put a time like 20 to 24 weeks to be in the condition that you need to be. What do you have to say to that? Am I right or am I wrong? Is timing isn't it like the most important thing too, besides, you know, the food that we intake?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it's a little different because I'm preparing for a contest, right? So the best timing for me is 5 minutes before I walk on stage. That's when I want to look my best. I don't need to look my best right now. I want to look at progress. I want to look at the amount of body fat that I'm losing. I want to see if my skin is getting tighter. I want to see if my muscles are getting tighter, if I'm able to see the lines and the definition. But if you're someone who's trying to lose 50 pounds, then your timing is going to be what is your week-to-week goal, you know? And again, what are you doing specifically to reach that goal? You know, if you tell somebody you eat 5 times a day and they keep skipping meals or they're changing the food plan, then the results are going to be what the results are going to be, you know? And so you got to understand, like, whatever your particular goal is, whatever that food plan is laid out, follow it. I keep going back to that consistency. If you have to eat 5 meals a day, you eat 5 meals a day. You plan it out throughout the day. Every day is a challenge, whether it's work, whether it's with kids, whether it's life. Every day is going to have a different set of challenges. You have to be prepared for that. And when it comes to your meals, make sure you have them ready to go. When it comes to your training, understand that the intensity that you put into that training is going to then determine the physical results that you're going to get from it. So it's consistency, it's intensity, it's open dialogue and communication. As I said earlier, you do those things, results are going to take care of itself. And you just got to make sure that you understand, like, everybody's different. Everyone's got genetic makeup that enables them to get certain benefits faster than others. But that doesn't mean that your results aren't going to come. So I think you got to be real with yourself, be consistent, and then just be patient. And then the results are there.
Hey, man, I could have a better explanation. You saved me a lot of time. Today I was thinking with my wife, I want to make a video, and you come in and I say, he's the perfect person, the perfect athlete to actually say the things that I want to explain from somebody else's mouth. And listen, guys, it's okay to complain, because as your coach, I need to hear that. But I mean, when the complaint becomes the same complaining, it's like, you know, where we headed with this? You know, I don't mind. You know, I love hearing, you know, what's going on with the person. What is it that is stopping them from fulfilling their goals? And for me to fix that up and to work it out, like we started in the beginning, this is what's going to happen. And we actually had a vision, and that vision is in the process. So, Matty, listen, there's going to be more videos with Matt. We're going to bring this up. Matt is being a tremendous athlete for a while already. He's in his search for the pro card, and hopefully we get it this year. Matty, thank you for being so faithful to Faith Nutrition, for MHPstrong.com, the best supplements in the world, and the training that this guy does. Well, I really appreciate it for coming all the way from Miami. Yeah. God bless you. And to all of you guys, best of luck.